What is up, you guys? This is your boy Andy Matrix. I talk about anime, manga, video games, geek culture, and Japanese culture. So today we're going to talk about the new game that came out of Nintendo, which is Pokemon Legends Arceus. But before we get started, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Make sure to hit the notification bell. Like this video. I'm on a journey to get 1,000 subscribers. I very much appreciate your help, guys. Okay. So I am here at Vice.com. Now, when Vice first started, it used to be a very reliable source of information. And people used to like it. But now, Vice they've been releasing some really idiotic articles such as this. It says, Pokemon Legends Arceus is nearly the game I've dreamed about since 1998. Right? And it says the game plays fast and loose with themes of colonialism and capturing wild animals while wildly updating Pokemon in the process. Oh man. Don't you just love it? Don't you just love it how these people project their own political beliefs and their own ideologies onto the games that they play, onto the TV shows, onto the movies, onto the anime that they watch? This is self-projection, okay? This is a video game. This is a freaking video game. And the first thing that comes to mind is colonialism. I mean, seriously, the first thing that comes to mind is colonialism. And really quick, before I start the article, what I want to say is that this game, okay, like let's say for example, if this game was made by an American company, then you know what? That would actually make sense. Because yeah, there was colonization here in America. But this game was made in Japan. Japan was never colonized. Japan was never colonized by anybody. Okay? Sure, they had indigenous people there, but Japan was never freaking colonized. They don't have a colonization history. Japan has been isolated. Was isolated for a long time, especially during the Sankaku era. Yes, I know my Japanese history. I'm a fucking weeb. I read my Japanese textbook and I learned Japanese in high school. Yes. In the Tokugawa era, Japan was isolated for 200 years. And the only reason why they opened up in the 1800s was because the British Army came, the Americans came, and said that they would attack unless Japan would open their country up for trade. And so Japan decided to open their country instead of starting a war because they knew they would freaking lose. Okay, so let's get that out of the way. So no, this game is not based on colonialism. It does not have themes of colonialism. Okay, stop projecting your own freaking dumbass ideologies onto the game. Now, in the article, it basically starts talking about the game, you know, the history, the Pokemon history, and what the game is about, the open world, and the graphics, right? That's what it's talking about. And then once you go over here, right, it says, while the addition of research points has made filling the Pokédex a bit more engaging, the limited list of tasks that count towards the research can mean that catching as many as the same type will sometimes be the path of least resistance. It even caused me to question the ethics of capturing such massive numbers of local fauna. Am I possibly affecting the ecosystem? The game doesn't react as such, but this overall trend of more is better betrays the colonialist underpinning of this game. Because it's not about colonialism, you fucking moron. This is a video game for fun. This is how all Pokemon games are. The only difference is now it's 3D. It's in an open world. You can basically, you know, have a more of a 3D experience with the Pokemon, with an actual, like, more realistic avatar, so to speak. And then it says, see, Arceus is set in the past, specifically in Hisui, the Pokemon version of Hokkaido, Japan. Right, he got that right. So it's a moment of industrialization and modernization that bears more than a passing resemblance to the real world Meiji Restoration. In real life, the Meiji Restoration not only opened Japan's borders to trade and technology from other countries, it also began to colonialize the colonization of Hokkaido and the forced assimilation of the indigenous Ainu people. What the fuck does the Japanese history has anything to do with that? This is a fictional world. Pokemon is its own world. Pokemon is its own world. It has nothing to do with the real freaking world. Can you really be so sure that this colonialization thing really had to do with what happened in Japan? And if so, then in that case, you're really freaking wrong. What happened to the indigenous people, Ainu? And in case you guys didn't know, the Ainu are the indigenous people of Japan because the Japanese were not there first. But this goes back thousands of years of history, guys. Back 2,000 years. Okay? Back 2,000 years. The Japanese don't know where the first Japanese clans came from. Because Japan was populated by a hunter tribe from the very beginning. It was a hunter tribe. In the Jomon era. Yes, I know my Japanese sister. In the Jomon era. What happened to the Ainu people? Guess what? Most likely the Ainu people went to war with the samurai and they fought against the samurai, and because the samurai had steel weapons, they won. And they killed all the Ainu people. I mean, it's sad, but yes, that is the world we used to live in. The ancient world was very violent. This new generation, we learn from the past. Oh man, you know, I'm going on a rant here. I'm going on a rant. But one more. Let's see, one more. It says, you spend much of the game's early hours helping the Pearl and Diamond clans, working with them to quell their noble Pokemon. Guardians who normally protect the clans from other wild Pokemon, but have suddenly been thrown into a mysterious frenzy. You offered to help quell the beasts by throwing small packets of their favorite food and then food at them. And in idea of some reason of non-clan members came up with on their own. This outside comes in to help the natives. Storyline fits right into the popular colonialist narratives used to belittle native practices and then justify assimilation of indigenous population. So basically he's saying this is kind of like a reflection of Japanese history. You know, Japan started to develop, and then they forced the remaining Ainu people to assimilate to Japanese culture, to modern Japanese culture. So what is this supposed to make me feel bad? And let's just say this was true. Let's just say the creators of this Pokemon game actually did this based on Japanese colonialism history. So what? So what? This is a video game for fun. And what but this guy doesn't seem to understand is that the stories are written for the world of Pokemon, not for the real world. This is not a freaking like biography type of film or game. No. This game is made for fun. But these people keep projecting their own ideologies and things that they learn in their freaking, you know, left-leaning colleges. I mean, it's crazy. And it stops right there, but I mean, the whole article, like most of the article was just talking about like, yeah, I was talking about Pokemon, about colonialism and all this. I mean, thank God that this game was not made in the West, because if it was made in the West, then it would really have colonialism themes. That being said, I do want to play the game. It looks really fun. Open world Pokemon. I mean, shit, it's about time. Anyways, guys, what do you think? Make sure to comment below, like this video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, and thank you for watching. This is Andy Matrix. I'll see you in the next video. Godspeed.